Parker, as people are heading out this morning, trying to possibly head out for their Thanksgiving plans, it's feeling a little cold outside. Do you think it's going to warm up later or driving conditions are going to be okay?
So that's exactly right. It is going to be warming up later today, but driving conditions are going to be a little bit dicey depending on where you're headed for the day. Reason being is because we are tracking a fairly active radar this morning. We have some isolated showers pushing across the Blue Ridge and that are tapering into parts of the Lynchburg and Lexington area this morning. Overall, parts of South Side are on the drier side, so temperatures are actually fairly cool out there. We're between about 35 and 40 degrees across parts of the Piedmont, everywhere else between about 40 and 50 degrees along the Blue Ridge, the Roanoke Valley, and up into the Highlands. So fairly comfortable out there this morning, dealing with a lot of cloud cover out there, especially along parts of the mountains. That's why we're on the warmer side. But you'll notice rain chances are going to be increasing as we go hour by hour throughout the day. And as Monica mentioned, yeah, it is going to be a little bit warmer out there this afternoon, especially for parts of Lynchburg and Southside. Reason being is because the onset or the arrival of rain is going to be a little bit delayed for those two zones compared to Roanoke, the Highlands, and the New River Valley, which all stay in the upper 50s. So let's jump right into Futurecast and talk about that rain. We have a warm front that is going to be building in, pushing in winds out of the south, providing some warmer air for parts of Lynchburg and Southside later on this afternoon. A little bit of cloud cover will make it hard for some of those showers to continue to push in for parts of the New River Valley and parts of the Roanoke Valley this morning. Froze up again on me every time we get to Futurecast here. So I'm going to go back to manual until we get past Futurecast here. So let me step off really quick. Tuesday, this afternoon, right around the middle of the day is when we start to see some of those moderate to heavy rain showers push in by 3 p.m. They're moving into the Lynchburg area and south side. Roanoke looks to be done with some of the heavier rain, but then we've got some isolated showers that funnel through out parts of the evening and into the overnight. And then we've got one last wave of the potential for some moderate to heavy rain pushing in towards the east. By the time we get to Wednesday morning, we look to dry out pretty nicely, and then our winds increase, and then there's actually a chance for some stray snow showers, maybe even a couple of flurries and a light dusting for parts of the Blue Ridge. I do think this particular model has this band of potentially some snow flurries a little bit too far to the east. I think it's primarily along parts of the Blue Ridge. The New River Valley and Highlands, talking to you guys, could see some maybe a little bit of white on the ground by the time you wake up for your Thursday morning. At the same time that we are tracking that rain, we're also tracking a very cold air mass that is going to be building in and diving off towards the south and east as we head throughout the back half of the week. So some extremely cold air is going to be building in for our Thanksgiving day, for Friday, for Saturday, likely for Sunday morning as well. But here's a look at the drumstick dash and how chilly it's going to be getting. Wind gusts are going to be between about 20 and 30 miles per hour, paired with temperatures right around 30 degrees or so. We're going to be feeling like the mid-20s for much of the drumstick dash and for much of our Thanksgiving day. Fortunately, the sunshine will return later in the afternoon, but that comes at the expense of the gusty winds, so likely not going to be able to spend much time outdoors for your Thursday just because it is going to be a little bit on the windy side.